After the Chicago Fire Season 13 finale, it appears that Firehouse 51 will only have space for Herrmann or Pascal. Bowden stated at the conclusion of Season 12 that he would like Herrmann to take his place. However, Herrmann was still a lieutenant when Season 13 began, and Pascal, played by Dermot Mulroney, was appointed chief of Firehouse 51. The original Chicago Fire character is scheduled to take the chief's test in the finale after passing the captain's exam as the series progressed. The fire station will have to decide who will be their chief if he passes. Ahead of the Chicago Fire Season 13 finale, Screen Rant's Rachel Forch spoke with showrunner Andre Newman about what's to come in the last episode. One of the biggest question marks surrounding the finale pertains to Herrmann's future at Firehouse 51. So Newman addressed how the chief conflict will play out at the end of Season 13. Check out the Chicago Fire showrunner's quote below. Andre Newman: yes, it has been the problem ever since. The riddle that needs to be answered is that someone will have to leave. Bowden gave Herrmann the title at the close of the previous season and declared, "You're the next leader here," so he has been under pressure since the start of this one. To get there, you only need to complete these assessments. It has been pushed for by everyone, and Mouch needs it to happen in order to achieve his goals. Pascal then enters and pushes Herrmann constantly while testing him. And the one person who hasn't stopped and said, "Should I be doing this?" is Herrmann. So that's really where we're at heading into the finale, is him not knowing what to do and wanting to support his best friend. And at the same time, they've come to be a family with Pascal as well. It's not so easy to just say, "Oh yeah, we'll kick that guy to the curb." Pascal's got his problems going on, but Herrmann does too. What Andre Newman's tease means for Herrmann and Pascal in the Chicago Fire Season 13 final. Either Herrmann or Pascal will come out on top. The Chicago Fire Season 13 characters will face a familiar problem during the final. Who will be their chief going forward? Of course, they will also be dealing with other issues, like Pascal's attempted murder charge and what Stella decides to do regarding Natalie's complex living situation. However, Herrmann taking the chief's exam will also loom large throughout the episode, as Newman teased. Herrmann has been around since the show's beginning, so it would make sense if most of the characters would want him to take over as Firehouse 51's chief. But that doesn't mean they don't care about Pascal. Severide, Novak, and co. have grown to love Pascal and accept him as one of their own since his introduction during the Season 13 premiere. Whatever choice is made, there is sure to be conflict, heartbreak, and consequences. Our take on Herrmann and Pascal's futures in Chicago Fire. Will Herrmann or Pascal leave Chicago Fire? Chicago Fire's Firehouse 51 cannot have two chiefs, meaning if Herrmann passes his exam and Pascal stays, Herrmann must transfer to another station. If Herrmann passes and Pascal leaves, Herrmann can finally take over as Firehouse 51's chief. Or there is a third option. Herrmann, who, as Newman said, has felt enormous pressure to take all the steps to become a chief throughout Season 13, might decide not to take the test. Even though Herrmann becoming the chief would be an exciting development in his character arc, it would make sense for him to decide not to. That way, both Herrmann and Pascal could theoretically stay. The issue is that this would in turn affect Mouch's future at Firehouse 51. Ultimately, only time will tell what will happen to Herrmann and Pascal in the Season 13 finale. Given how Pascal's Chicago Fire story is going, though, he might not want to stick around in Chicago for very long, opening the door for Herrmann to become the chief. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my Fast Gossip 24 to our channel and stay with us.